Hello, it's really good to see you on this Sunday afternoon. I hope you have had a wonderful weekend so far. I'm really excited because my kids have been gone for 2 weeks and 2 days, and this evening I get to go pick them up. And I'm really excited. This is the longest they've ever been away from me, and that's just, I'm really looking forward to picking them up today. But this morning I had to go shopping because they've been gone for 2 weeks, and I looked around and I thought I really need to get some stuff for them because I don't really have anything. So most of my grocery shopping I did at Walmart, but then I went to Aldi after I came home from Walmart. I put up everything, and then I went to Aldi to pick up a few extra things. And while I was in there, I found a few things that I didn't plan on getting, but they were really cool, so I went ahead and got them. But I wanted to show you two other things. Now, these did not come from Aldi. These came from a produce store right when you pass from North Carolina into Virginia. There's this produce place that I like to go to on Highway 52. And I went in there because, I told my kids I was going to see my dad yesterday, and that I would bring something back for them called Choco Rocks. I don't know if you've ever heard of. It's like a produce place, but they sell potted plants, and they sell a lot of different things in there. And they have a lot of different kinds of candy, and you get candy in these little plastic containers like this. And I want to show you what they're called, candy coated Choco Rocks. Look at this. Look, they look like little rocks, but it's not. It's candy coated chocolate. But look, they look like little rocks. It's like a little. And my older son, one day last year when he was in school, he took his lunch one day, and he just took a Ziploc bag and put some of these in it, and it just looked like a bag full of rocks. And he said, "I'm just going to sit down and I'm going to eat my lunch, and then while we're just talking, like he's talking to his friends or whatever, he's just going to pull this bag of rocks out of his lunchbox and just not say anything, just take them out and just start eating them and see what they do." And they all kind of freaked out. They thought he was eating a bag of rocks. Chocolate. Now I'm going to take one of these bigger ones here, and I'm gonna bite into it so you can see what's in there. It's this chocolate stuff, and it's not milk chocolate. Oh, my cats! Look at my sweet cats. Look at this. Look at my babies over there. Hey, they're so cute. Sorry. They're just over there being adorable. I just wanted to show you my cats. So I told them, and the only place I've ever seen these is up in Virginia at that produce place near my dad's house. They're really good. They kind of taste like, the candy coating is kind of like what's on M&M's. But the chocolate is like, It's not milk chocolate. It kind of has a chocolatey taste to it, but it may not be chocolate per se. But they're really good. There was more in here when I bought it. But I kind of ate some on the way back yesterday. And the other thing I got, then this is just for me. My younger son doesn't like them, and my older son is actually allergic to peanuts, so he can't eat those. The French burnt peanuts. I love these. They are so addictive. I love these things so much. They are little candy-coated peanuts. And my tongue is red right now because I've been eating these this morning. I just had lunch, and I was sitting here, and I ate my lunch, and then I was watching Netflix on my phone, and I didn't eat all of it, but I had probably a handful, so now my tongue's red. Anyway, that has nothing to do with anything. I just thought I would show you that. The rest of this stuff is from Aldi. And I got some items that they're not food, but they're things that we could use. And one thing I got was this lovely double peeler. It's a vegetable peeler, see? And it has this piece here that slides around, so you can put it over either one of the blades that you want to. You have one that has a blade like this, and see they're coated, they have a piece of plastic on there, and this one has a serrated blade, and it's made by Crofton, which a lot of the products that they have there, things like this, or just housewares, most of them are made by Crofton. And I've been very pleased with their items. I've bought several Crofton items that I was very pleased with. So I got a double peeler because my vegetable peeler has fallen apart, so I needed another one. And it has a nice handle. It has a rubberized grip right here and right here, and you can even hang it up if you want to. I'm just going to stick it in the drawer with my other things like this. So I got a double vegetable peeler, which is good because we're having salad tomorrow night, and I need to be able to peel some carrots. And here's another thing. Now, I have not ever seen this there. They may have had them before, but I just didn't notice them. And this is also by Crofton, and these are refrigerator liners. And they had them in different patterns. You get 3 of them. One here, and one here. And they're just basically shelf liners for the inside of your refrigerator. And it's white, and then it has these little green vegetables and fruits on it. And I really like that because I try to clean my refrigerator out once a week, and about every other week I take stuff out and I wipe all the shelves down. And a lot of moisture and condensation can build up in there sometimes. It's not often a problem, but sometimes it is. But this is, it actually says it's reversible, and the underside is just white. So if you didn't want a pattern, you could just use just the plain white side. It absorbs excess moisture, and you can cut it to fit. And it's also machine washable. So initially I thought this was the kind of thing that you just use it, and then once it gets, kind of yucky, you just throw it away. But you can actually wash it and reuse it. You can line cabinets, refrigerator bins, and put it under the sink. So you can use them anywhere. They're kind of thick. It almost feels like the stuff that you put on a crib mattress, like a liner. You just put it where the baby is, so if the diaper leaks overnight, you can pull that up and you wash that instead of having to pull everything off the crib to wash it. It's probably the same basic material as that. I never thought about using it in the refrigerator though, but it's absorbent, which is nice. So I can pull these out and just throw them in the washing machine, and it may save cleaning the shelves as often, which would be nice. It's one less thing to do. Actually, I just cleaned out the refrigerator this morning and had to wipe down several shelves because they had just like a little juice will get spilled on them, or just life happens and you have to clean the shelves occasionally. So I got 3 of these, which was really nice, and I think it was only about $3. So I'm looking forward to trying that. And these items are in no particular order. I also got some Peppermint Herbal Tea, and this is from the Berber Tea Company. And it's a little box. You get 20 tea bags in here. Every now and then I get a hankering for some peppermint tea. It's not very often, and but when I do, I like to have some fresh tea bags handy. If I have tea bags that have been in the cabinet for more than a couple months, I take them to work and I put them out in the kitchen on the counter. If anybody has anything they want to give away, they just take it and put it on the counter at work for free. And I just take my tea bags in there and buy new fresh tea bags. And these were only, I think they were $1.49 for 20. And I also thought I might get out some of my china and make a video. Maybe I can make you some tea and we can talk, and I could use them for that as well. I might do that. I thought I might do that. So, and it's perforated right here, so you can push it in, and that way you just kind of have, this box becomes like a little dispenser, and you can just pull the tea bags out from the bottom. So, And right here is where you open it. If you want to open it this way, you could just tear it. You just pull this tab right here, pull it across, and then there's a little notch where you can just open it and reclose the top part if you would rather just take the tea bags out that way. That's usually the way I end up doing it. So I have some peppermint tea. And I got a loaf of bread, but I messed it up. I can't even fuss at the bagger because I did it. It was all my fault. I got, let's see, a 20-ounce loaf of, and this is just plain white bread. Classic white bread from Love and Fresh, which is their bakery brand. Usually if you buy any kind of baked goods at Aldi, that's the brand on there. Originally, I wasn't even going to go to Aldi today. I was just going to go ahead and get everything at Walmart. And but I kept looking around. I was at Walmart and I kept thinking, gosh, that's cheaper at Aldi. That's cheaper at Aldi. That's way cheaper at Aldi. And I thought, Mary, just go to Aldi, for heaven's sake. Get what you need at Walmart. Take the stuff home, put it up, and then go to Aldi. It's not that big of a deal. So that's what I did, because Aldi's not too far from home, so it's not really, it's like 10 minutes from home, so it's not that far. But I squished my bread. I did. I squished it right here, and it was all my fault. I took my reusable bags to Aldi, and I put everything in there, and I put the bread on top of some things in one of my bags, and apparently on the drive home, it somehow it fell. It took a nosedive and went straight down in the bag like that, and it got squished right here. It's all smushed, but that's okay. Honestly, what we do, I buy a new loaf of bread every week, and this was 85 cents for this loaf of bread. I buy a new loaf of bread every week, and whatever bread we have left over, a lot of times I'll just stick it in the freezer, and once it's frozen, I can take it out later. I can either make French bread with it, although I have to say this is not really good bread for French bread. It falls apart too easily, unless you let it get a little stale, and then it works better. But what I do, I make cheese toast and cinnamon toast out of it. And with frozen bread, it's a lot easier, especially for the cinnamon toast, because I could take a piece of frozen bread and some butter, and I just spread the butter on the bread, and then I add a little bit of sugar and a little bit of cinnamon, and then I bake it in the toaster oven, and it smells so good. It smells like you're baking cinnamon rolls, and it's really delicious. It's very simple. It's so yummy. If you want just a little sweet treat and you don't have anything, just take a piece of bread, add a layer of butter or margarine, whatever you want to use. And it's a lot easier when it's frozen because the bread is nice and firm, and it doesn't, if you, like, I just use regular butter. Spread it on there. And then you sprinkle some sugar to taste. I mean, you have to decide how sweet you want it to be. You may have to experiment with it a little bit to figure out how much sugar you want on there. And then you just sprinkle cinnamon on top, or you can do the cinnamon first. It doesn't really matter. But it's just butter, cinnamon, and sugar on a piece of bread, and then you broil it. You just put it in your toaster oven or your regular oven, whatever. Obviously, you can't stick it in a toaster oven because all the sugar and cinnamon would fall off. But I just stick them in the toaster oven, and you just broil them. And you have to watch it though, because it can burn very quickly if you don't watch it. And then it smokes and it turns black and it sets off the smoke alarm, and it's just unpleasant for everybody. But just keep an eye on it. It only takes just a few minutes. You just have to watch it. And when it's nice and lightly toasted, you take it out. And I like to keep it out for a couple minutes before I eat it, because the butter and the sugar and the cinnamon all kind of harden on the top, and it makes this lovely crunchy, sweet, cinnamony crust on top of the bread. It's so good. So that's how I use my leftover bread, because we never eat it all. I mean, we never eat a whole loaf of bread in a week. And I got tired of just throwing out bread that had gone bad. It sits there and gets moldy, and I hated throwing it away. So I always have bread in the freezer if anybody wants cinnamon toast. And cheese toast is very similar, and it's even easier. You just take a piece of sliced cheese and put it on a piece of bread. And You can do the cheese toast and the cinnamon toast at the same time if you want to, although usually one will get done before the other. But you just put a slice of cheese on a piece of bread and you put it in your toaster oven or your regular oven and you broil it until it gets lightly toasted, and then you eat it. It's very simple, but really good. The cheese will melt, and with the nice toast kind of around it, it's really good. I will actually burn it on purpose because I love burnt stuff. Like I love burnt popcorn, and I love cheese toast that has that burnt layer on top, like the cheese turns black basically. It's so good like that. I love it that way, but I'm weird. I love burnt things like that. I will fight you over some burnt popcorn. I love it. It's so good. I know it's not good for me, so you don't have to tell me that. I know I'm going to die from it. I'm aware, but I like it anyway. So those are two basic things that, just occurred to me looking at this loaf of bread that you can do. If you have leftover bread and you don't know what to do with it, that's one good thing. You can use it to make little croutons for your salad. I've done that. There's a lot of different things you can do with bread instead of just throwing it away. I have one thing here that's not a food item, but I thought it was cool, and it was something I was looking for. It's kind of big. This is from Huntington Home, which is another brand that you see a lot at Aldi. It is a Berber Rug. It is 24 inches by 48 inches. And I had been looking for a rug to put right out here, like the front door's right there. I wanted a kind of a long rug to put in that little hallway right there. And I thought this one was really pretty. It's kind of hard to see the pattern, but it kind of matches the paint and the walls and everything, and the stuff I have hanging up in there. It matches my decor, and it was $13. I'm going to have to get something to put under it to keep it from sliding. It doesn't have it doesn't have a grip thing under it, but that's okay. I can get something to put under here to keep it from sliding on the floor. So yeah, this is 4 feet long, which is about what I was looking for. I looked at some on Amazon and I found some that I really liked, but the ones that I really liked were about $100, and I didn't really want to pay that much for a rug that I don't even really need. I just kind of wanted one there. So when I saw this one for $12.99, I said, yeah, I could go for that. So it's really pretty, and they had them in all different kinds of styles and colors, different types of material. But I just liked this one the best. Look at those colors. I thought it was really pretty, so I can't wait to undo it and roll it out and see how it looks. I'm gonna put it right over there, and I may on my way to go pick up my kids because I have to go like 30-40 minutes away from here to go pick them up. But I pass a Walmart on my way. I may run in there and see if I can get something to go under that to make sure it doesn't slide on the floor. A lot of times when I go pick them up, I leave early because there are several stores over there I like to go to. So here's another thing, and a lot of this stuff is repeats. I mean, it's stuff that you've seen me buy before, which is why I feel kind of bad, because basically every time I go to Aldi, I get the same stuff. I'm kind of boring that way. But I have another container of strawberries. Look at that. This was $1.49, and it's a pound of strawberries from Nature Ripe Strawberries. That's basically all it says. California grown. A pound of strawberries, and they're beautiful. Aren't they beautiful? The last few times I've gone in there, they haven't had any strawberries, and I got lucky this time because right when I went in, they were putting them out because the display was empty. So I happened to grab one of the first ones they put out today, or the first ones they put out at this point today. They'll probably put out more later. So I got my strawberries. I'm still finding glitter on myself from the video I made the other night. The wrap that I had on when I went, for Symphony's wedding had glitter in it. The material for that wrap did, and it stuck to me. When I took that wrap off, I was covered in blue glitter. I looked like a superhero. It was just solid blue. I've taken 2 showers since then, and I'm still finding glitter on me. It's crazy. Okay, now these I got for my kids. Don't judge me. My kids don't eat junk all day long, but I was talking to them on the phone the other night, and they both asked separately. I don't know if one thought of it and then the other one heard it and thought, I'm going to ask for something too. One of my kids asked for fudge stripe cookies, and the other one asked for chocolate chip cookies. And I said, do you want me to make them? And they said, no, can you just buy some cookies for us to have? Which was odd. I mean, I've never had them ask me for something like that. But I said, sure, I can do that. And they specifically wanted the ones from Aldi. They said, can you pick up some like they have at Aldi? I said, yeah, I guess. So I got, these are Benton's, which is another Aldi brand, fudge stripe shortbread cookies. And they are really, really delicious. I don't buy these very often. I really try not to keep a bunch of junk around because not only will they eat lots of it, I will also eat lots of it. So I try not to do that. But I told them both I would buy a package of cookies. I would get the fudge stripe cookies, which are these, and they were like $1.29. I mean, they're really inexpensive. And yes, I know they're not healthy, so you don't have to tell me that. I'm smart enough to know that these are not health food items. And then I got the Benton's chocolate chip cookies, and these were on sale. These were only 99 cents. Tasty, crunchy cookies with the great taste of chocolate chips. And they are good. They're good. I like the fudge stripe ones better, but these are good. So I picked up a package of each because I told them I would try to remember to do that. So I try to save these for a snack after dinner, but only if they eat their dinner. If they don't eat, they don't get any. And they know they're not allowed to just go get cookies out of the cabinet. They have to ask first. So I try not to let them just completely pig out. I have other healthy snacks here, I promise. I keep saying that because inevitably someone will comment on it. This thing over here is kind of big. And this, I'd not seen these there before, but it's possible I just didn't notice. And I got this for the cabinet in my bathroom upstairs. This is a 2-drawer slide-out organizer, and I thought this would really come in handy because I have several little baskets of items in my cabinet, in my bathroom cabinets up there, and the cabinets in my bathroom are really deep, and if you put anything in the back, you can't really get to it without getting down on your hands and knees and crawling basically up in the cabinet. It's like Narnia in there. So I thought this would come in handy. And it was only $8.99. I may actually go back and get another one. But you see it comes with these 2 drawers, and they slide out on this little metal track thing that holds it up. And on the side they have pictures of other items that they sell. But I thought I would give this a try, and if I like it, I have 2 sets of cabinets in my bathroom, and I may go back and get a second one of these. So it comes with the drawers, which is wonderful because I have all these little things that I could put in there, and it would make it so much easier to get to, because right now anything in the back of that cabinet, it's hard to get to it without pulling out a bunch of stuff. So I thought that would be a good thing for me to get. I have some more stuff down here. I spent $96 at Aldi, which is crazy. I don't even know how I've managed to do that, but this is another item that we buy a lot. These are pieces of pepperoni, but they're made of turkey, and they're from Mama Kotze's. I know I'm not pronouncing that right, but this is another Aldi brand. And I buy the Armour turkey pepperoni at Walmart, but this is a lot cheaper and it tastes exactly the same. And it comes with a little Ziploc up here. So once you open it, you have to keep it in the refrigerator. They do not keep these refrigerated, but if you buy these, and it says on here, yeah, refrigerate after opening, because my kids are bad to leave these out. Like if they grab them out of the pantry, I have to remind them to put after you eat some, you have to put them away in the refrigerator. So you can see on the back it's clear plastic, and you can see all the little pieces of pepperoni in there. And this is a popular snack around here. They'll get turkey pepperoni and then some Ritz crackers and some cheese or something, and they'll eat that. This I got. I don't normally keep a lot of juice here, but my younger son also asked if I would get some white grape juice, which I love because it tastes like regular grape juice, but it doesn't stain the carpet. So I got this big bottle. It's 64 ounces of lovely white grape juice. I'm actually going to go ahead and stick it in the refrigerator so it can start to chill. And it's by Nature's Nectar, which is another Aldi product. And it comes in this nice plastic bottle. I remember when juice used to come in all glass bottles. Yes, I'm that old. This is an item, now I did not plan on buying this either, but it looked like a really neat idea, and I wish I had had it when we were moving. Look at this. Now, they had these at Aldi for only $10. I looked these up on eBay, and they were selling for, I think, $30 for this exact same item. This is the Ready Lifter, and you can kind of see from the picture how it works. Like you put it on your shoulders, and you slip it under the item that you're moving, and then the other person does the same thing. And it shows you on the back how you put it on. And that way you have your hands free. So you can steady the item, or you can open a door like the dude here. It says here it's the best way to move furniture and appliances. Well, I don't know about that. If I was moving a refrigerator, I'd still want a hand truck, but that's just me. Safe, easy, and fast. And it's distributed by Nielsen Products in Boulder, Colorado. So I thought this would be a good thing to have around. And it even has a little thing on the back. So I'm going to take this out to I have a little building out here on the back of my house where I keep my lawnmower and weed eater, hedge trimmers, loppers, all that kind of stuff, garden hose and stuff. And I have hooks and things all over the walls in there. Thanks to the guy that used to live here, he was a big fan of hooks. They're everywhere around here to hang things on, and it's wonderful. He left a wetsuit in there too. It's still hanging in there. I haven't taken it out. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. But I can just take this. I'm just going to leave it in the box because I don't need it right now. Thank God, and I hope I won't need it again anytime soon. But I can just take this out there. I'm just going to leave it in here, and I'm just going to hang it up. And whenever somebody needs to move something, I will have this handy. And we can try it and see how well it works. And if I don't like it, I guess I'm just stuck with it. Okay. Now here's something that my younger son likes, my older son likes, my younger son does not. And yes, I know it's not health food. These are powdered mashed potatoes in the buttery home style. They have these for 75 cents each at Aldi. And they're made by Chef's Cupboard. My older son loves these. Oh my goodness. He'll eat this. He would eat this all by himself if I let him. He's 12 and he's getting into that garbage disposal / goat stage where they will eat anything and everything you give them. I don't have much food around here that goes bad because all I have to do is give it to him and he'll eat it. Yeah, extra bread is becoming less and less of a problem as we go along. But he asked if I would get some more of these buttery home style powdered mashed potatoes, and these are so easy to make. So I thought maybe one night this week, I got some center cut pork chops, and they're in the refrigerator. I thought maybe I could make center cut pork chops one night with the salad and some mashed potatoes. So that's going to be dinner one night this week. And my younger son doesn't like them. I got 2 packages. These were 75 cents. My younger son doesn't like them, but he'll eat them anyway. Now this I got kind of as an experiment. Just I'm going to see how I like it. This is and I'm probably saying this wrong. Tandil Essentials, and this is laundry detergent, and it's comparable. It says it's comparable to Purex Mountain Breeze, which I don't think I've ever actually used Purex laundry detergent before. But I was inspired to try this. It was only $1.89, and you get 32 loads out of this. I was inspired to try it recently because I bought some, I can't remember the name of the brand, Simply Awesome or Totally Fabulous or something like that. Some kind of laundry detergent at Dollar Tree. I got it because I was almost out of detergent and wasn't going to go I wasn't going to go to a store to get any in the next few days, but I really needed some. So I bought it, and it was $1, and I think it did 20 loads. It was wonderful. It worked just as well as Tide or Gain or anything else I use. I was blown away by how good it was for $1. But I just recently used that up, and I saw this in Aldi, and I thought, I'm going to try it. It's only $1.89, and they have the double money back guarantee. So if I try it and I don't like it, I can always take it back. So I'm going to try it. It's Mountain Fresh flavor. I don't mean eat it. I like that better than scent. It's funny. So I'm going to try it and see how I like it. And honestly, I mean, I thought about it, at least here, most of the time, not all the time, our clothes don't really get that dirty. I mean, it's not like we're out there wrestling cattle or anything. Our clothes do not get that dirty. And if I do have anything that gets a stain on it, I have stain remover in there that I can spray on there, and like a pre-soak kind of thing that works great. And so if I have an article of clothing that is particularly dirty or got a stain on it, I can deal with that separately. But for the majority of our laundry, I think it'll work fine. But I'm going to try it and see if I like it. And it was only $1.89. So if it works, I'll just use that. Or I'll go get some more of that fabulously awesome, I think it was Totally Awesome laundry detergent. Because it really was totally awesome. I was really impressed. I have I'm looking at my cereal on top of the refrigerator. I have some cereal up there, but I knew I didn't have any shredded wheat. And so I got, my older son loves this stuff. He eats it for breakfast almost every morning. Strawberry shredded wheat. And this is the Aldi brand. This is Millville. You see the gigantic barcodes on them. Ooh. He really likes this. So it's a 16.3 ounce box. And I think it was $1.79. Anyway, it's a lot cheaper than the brand name shredded wheat, even at Walmart. I think the brand name shredded wheat, a box about this size at Walmart, is like $3.39 or something like that. So I went ahead and got him that. Although we have, I see 4 boxes of cereal up there right now, but it's all like Honey Nut Cheerios and stuff. And the next items are totally boring, but I buy them. I'm kind of a predictable, boring person. These are for work. And I buy mixed nuts. Although recently I bought mixed nuts at Walmart, and I think ounce for ounce, I think they might have been a little bit cheaper, but I still like these better. The peanut ratio is different. This one has less than 50% peanuts in it. It has peanuts, almonds, cashews, Brazil nuts, and pecans. Although it doesn't really have many pecans in it. But I keep this at work. I got 2 containers of these. They are 14.75 ounces. And I think they were $4.29 a piece. But I eat these a lot at work in the afternoons, and it keeps me from raiding the vending machine downstairs, which is good. Because I do that if I don't have any snacks. And again, I got 3 boxes of these, which I also buy, and I've shown you like 100 times. These are the Fit and Active protein meal bars in the chocolate peanut butter flavor. I tried the double chocolate flavor when I went over there maybe a month ago, and I remember now why I stopped buying those. They have a weird aftertaste. The double chocolate ones, they have a funny aftertaste that I don't like. It's almost like it's bitter, or there's this weird aftertaste to those, and I don't like them. So that's why I stopped buying those. But the chocolate peanut butter ones don't have that. They're sweet, but not super sweet. And I usually will eat one of these on over in the afternoon. I will either have this or some of the mixed nuts. Sometimes both, depending on how hungry I am. So these you get 6 of these bars, and each bar is 1.59 ounces. And I think it was $4.29 for 6 of these. And they say that they are they're comparable to the Special K protein meal bars, which I tried, and I think I tried about every flavor of those, and I really didn't like them. But I thought I would give these a try, and I really do like them. And on the back, you can see it's perforated, and across the top, it's perforated as well. So you can push it in right here. It's a little spot. You push it in, and you can pull the top off. And what I do, I just pull the whole top off, and I just set them in one of my bottom drawers in my desk. And so I have them there, and the box becomes like a little dispenser for your chocolate bars. So I bought 3 boxes of those because I think I'm completely out at work. And then I bought this sad dented box of Millville chocolate, frosted chocolate fudge toaster tarts. And I had to buy the dented one because this was literally the only one they had. A lot of times I go in, and when I look at the toaster tarts, they don't have these. They've been out of these for a while. So when I saw they had 1 box, I grabbed it even though it was messed up. I don't care. The kids don't care. So these are for the kids, and I'm not a big fan of Pop-Tarts, but I have said before, if I had to eat one, I would eat one of these because these are actually halfway decent. They're pretty good, although it tastes more like a dessert than a breakfast item. But I'm not a big Pop-Tarts fan either way. And I got some canned peaches when I went up to my dad's yesterday. Over there, I got 2 jars of canned peaches. A friend of his was canning some stuff, and he gave me some peaches. I told him I would return the jars later. If you've ever had really good fresh peaches that have been canned, oh my God, they're so good. I was tickled to death when he gave them to me. So I love, and he has peach trees up there, and he had a bunch of peaches and wasn't going to be able to eat them all, and he had more than he could even give away, so he decided to can some of them. So I'm looking forward to having some of those. We may have some tomorrow night. I'll have some with the center cut pork chops. That'd be really good too. So anyway, that's basically all I have from Aldi and from my trip to Virginia, although it's mainly Aldi stuff. Thank you so much for coming to watch and see what I purchased. And I hope that you have a wonderful day. And I will see you again really soon.